I'm feeling a little teeny tiny little bit better. And that's why I'm doing a midnight Nostrovini. Now, home, sleep home. We're about to get another state, you see. Donald Trump is aggressive internationally. We need Greenland and Denmark. Don't treat them so grand. We're gonna have a place in Greenland. There are only 45,000 people in Greenland, but it's a bigger land. And Donald needs to protect the Arctic roots from the commies and Bolshevik forces. So we're gonna do what you see. The left don't like it, yes, sirree. But America has to be a grown-up yesterday and do what we can and take it away from Denmark. And Denmark is overrated. Boo-boo. High rollers. Now I see traffic accidents. This is my New York Post, this thing. And it's not good because what they're going to do is people going to run around in roller skates, motorized roller skates. Do you know the traffic accidents that can happen in that way? People bumping into each other and carnage? I tell you, it's going to be carnage. People are not as nice as they used to be. When I was young, many years ago, because I'm old, you wouldn't think it. I have a young face. I'm 65. And when I was young, roller skaters were confined to parks. And once in a while, you have somebody in the street. And little kids roller skate with metal roller skates when I was real little. But anyway, I digress. I used to be good. And what happened was they get motorized when people gonna hit each other and they got fight and be bad to each other and cut each other because everybody has a knife nowadays. Well, not everybody, only the mentally ill who are allowed by our Bolshevik Marxist government of New York City. The city council is a bunch of old commie pinkos. Yeah. You know, the Reds are now Trumpists. And the blues are the commies. It's very confusing. They did it on purpose so people like me wouldn't know our color scheme. Dun, 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 da, 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 dun doctrine, which means that the Gulf of Mexico is no longer the Gulf of Mexico, it's the Gulf of America. And well, it should because we're the more powerful country. And well, maybe the next Canada, let's march to Montreal, where the commies are gonna get it. See, I'm tired of the Canadians sending all their actors who are real good, disguised as Americans. William Shatner, stop it. You're a commie? I hope not. And what about the guy who was the handsome man who was very funny? I thought Pierce was very funny. Oh, what's his when he was in the movies where he played a guy who couldn't be killed? Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds, what's wrong with you? You and your wife are stinky too. You're not nice. You try to take over people's movies and use your clout and you're known as a bad boy. Oh, you're really freaking funny. Don played nice. Don's trying to play nice with the Canadians. He's no longer calling the governor of Canada because he's pretending to give an accent. Now, that would mean too many liberals. A lot of the Canadians, their brains are frozen into a left-wing point of view. Yeah. Now, let's see. Maybe, yeah, the merry-go-round. You know what the merry-go-round is? That they put the criminals in the drain and then they let them go. And it goes around. And the cops are going, what the hell is going on here? The murderers and the psychopaths are just going in and out and in and out because the the city council and the left wingers don't want people to assault people put in jail or put me on the street. I could put me on the street and I could assault people. You don't see me doing it. You know, I probably would get in trouble just by saying this. But I think a psychopathic murderers, uh, mentally ill person who assaults people and kills people shouldn't be allowed to roam the streets. That's the way I think. Is that radical? Bad people, commies. What are you trying to do? Make a revolutionary situation where the whole world gets unstable? What's your big plan? I think you're in league with Satan. Utah was pride to pride flag. Now, I don't have anything against uh, the pride, but you shouldn't be on government property. Only American flag is allowed there, or things that honor our heritage patriotically. Doing the hoopy doop with your fellow sex is not a pride thing, you know, because you know why, I believe. The gay mafia's behind everything. They took over the White House and they probably made into they're doing sex change on children in Utah. You know, won't allow it, but you know some people will, and they're trying to export it to the third world and the second world too. I always hear about the third world, but not well. We're the first world, and who's the second world? I don't know. Oh, oh, this is something. This is a scandal. Bigfoot strikes. This woman she was taking advantage for juvenile delinquents. It's true. She was true. She was trying to take advantage of her juvenile delinquents. And they would come in there and this big she was a black woman. She happened to be a big black woman because sometimes the big bone they can get away with it because they're real strong. And what she did, she said, squeeze my boobs. And then they said that's not hard enough. Oh, that was demeaning to a man. He doesn't have the strength to even his surface is not strong enough because these poops are super duper poops. And then she had them fight among themselves for her honor. And then she she was known as Bigfoot, and it was a big joke at the juvenile facility that she was taking advantage of these juveniles, delinquents though. So I don't know who's the good guy here. The juvenile delinquents were in jail because they did bad things, and she's doing bad things against them too, probably getting to kinkiness. That's just a little kinky, it's a little bit of turn on to some people. I don't know, but it's this whole thing and she was a bad looking woman. I saw her face, not so bad. Putin war and peace. Putin has a Rasputin. He wants to take over Ukraine. I'm afraid he's going to do it. We're trying to get mineral rights there, and that will make us have a vested interest in something tangible. We can't fight in the Ukraine forever, and the Ukrainians can't fight the Russians forever. The Russians keep on getting more and more troops and wearing out Ukraine and killing all the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians are good people. It's tragic. We're going to have a lot of Ukrainian refugees. I think so. Fearsome men, fearsome women, beautiful people. You know, they're descendants of the Vikings. I wasn't quite, I have a little Nordic blood, but not like the Ukrainians. Here, here all cops are fighting against the invaders, which are all these illegal immigrants. The Democrats thought they would do a fast one by tipping the scale with the new immigrants who would be dependent on them and destroy the cultural underpinnings of America. But not under Trumpy. Trump is on the march. Trump is on the march. He's our man in the White House. Yes, indeed. Wait, what are you mean? Oh, they don't have enough water in California because of the commie pinko bastards. And that's why LA burned down. And also LA was a sin city with Sodom and Gomorrah. God's telling you, he's trying to give you a little hint that stop it. South Sodom and Gomorrah, the God of wrath is maybe down here now. I know the devil is. You know what happened? Diddy had his own preacher. You know Diddy, the pervert, the rapper pervert who had the orgies that are terrible with little kids and starlets that were being forced into his clutches. Well, his preacher, his personal preacher, had a sermon and he locked the doors and he said, everybody's going to give me money. Everyone's going to give me money, man, because I need it. Because I'm going to go to jail once this situation happens with Biddy. Well, that's wrong because you can't lock a door and force people to give thousands of dollars to you, empty their pockets. I mean, the preachers are allowed to, convince you, but not this. What's that? I don't know. Anyway, stop it. Everybody be good, or the God of wrath is going to wrathfully do you in. And unfortunately, I think he's on your side because he'll get a lot of innocent people like me dead. I don't want to be dead. I want to be alive. I have big operation coming, but I have faith. Things are gonna be okay. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think so. Do. Well, go by. Go by. Okay, let's shut this sucker off. End the meeting for all.